The gluten-free Avenger, and on today's episode I am making a blueberry crisp in honor of Blueberry Month. So I love blueberries any time of the year, but they are obviously quite good in the summer, and this is a perfect time to make this blueberry crisp. So there's a lot of, I always call it a cobbler, but a lot of people think of a cobbler as having a kind of a biscuit crust on top. I'm not, that's not how I grew up. I mean, when I think of cobbler, I think of kind of an old-fashioned cobbler that I had growing up, probably because of Cracker Barrel. My mom would always take me there, and it had a really nice kind of caramelized oatmeal crust. So that is what I'm making. So technically it's called a crisp, but I always call it a cobbler, so whatever. Blueberry crisp, cobbler, whatever you want to call it, we're gonna get started. All right, so this recipe is so many blueberries. So many. It's 5 cups of blueberries. It's a lot. So if you're not really familiar with fresh blueberries, sometimes they have the little green stems still attached to them. So just kind of make sure you kind of go through and take out those stems, because it's probably not going to be a good thing in your mouth when it's all cooked up. So I've already gone through, cleaned them, taken all the stems out. It took probably extra 5 minutes, but it's worth it. And I'm just going to put all of those fresh blueberries into a bowl, and I'm going to add our gluten-free flour and our sugar. All right, and then we're just going to mix it together so it's nice and combined. And it's really pretty easy because the blueberries are a bit damp, so it kind of just soaks up that coating really quick. All right, so then we're just gonna stick this into, I just have a 2-quart Pyrex square pan right here, and I've already sprayed it lightly with cooking spray. So just gonna stick the blueberries into that. And then just kind of make sure it lays nice and flat. Looks awesome. And then we're going to get started on mixing up the crust. So let me put, all right, so now we're gonna have that. So we have our crust here. And as I said, I like the kind that uses just plain rolled oats as really kind of the real binder here. So put in our rolled oats. We have our packed brown sugar. Again, our all-purpose gluten-free flour. And a little bit of cinnamon. I always go slightly heavier on the cinnamon because I love it. It's just so good. All right, and then we're gonna mix this up just so it's all kind of combined, and the flour and the oats kind of in every little bite. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our room temperature butter. I've had it sitting out for a little bit, just so it's not so rock hard from the refrigerator. And then we're going to use our pastry blender to combine it. So we just add the butter to it. And we have a pastry blender. Mine's a little old school. A lot of them now, this is solid and this part is the wire, so this one's a little bit old school. But you know, sometimes I like to use my oldies but goodies, right? You know, they've been working for me for years. And we're just gonna kind of mix this together until you get kind of a crumbly mixture. So this will take a little bit of time. So just be kind of gentle with it. You're gonna have to use your spoon and get all the stuff that's getting caught out, and just keep going. All right, so now it is really starting to form those nice crumbles that we want. So we are now ready to add our pecans. So make sure to get all the good stuff off their pastry blender. So I just never want to lose any of it, right? All right, so I have 1/4 cup of pecan halves in here, and you can always cut them, chop them if you want. I just put them in a plastic baggie and get a rolling pin, and it's a lot easier. So you just kind of want to take the rolling pin and just kind of make sure, first of all, you don't want to, when you put it in here, you don't want it full of air, because then it's just gonna like pop out. So that, make sure there's no air. That's #1 key when you're using this, because otherwise it'll explode everywhere, and that'll not be fun to clean up. All right, so we just kind of pound these out until they're nicely chopped. And keep getting it, shifting them down to the bottom. So this is always very fun if someone has a lot of aggression to get out. You can just sit there and pound these really, you can pulverize them as much as you want, because I don't think if they get smaller, I don't think it'll really affect the flavor. All right, so they're nicely chopped right there. And then we're gonna add that to our crumble mixture. All right, and I'm just gonna stir it together with a spoon. Look at that. So you can't find pecans. I can't imagine why you couldn't find pecans, but if you can't, you can always use walnuts. But pecans just really have that really southern kind of flavor that this pecan crisp, blueberry crisp is just, I really love. So I think the pecans are the key. So now we're just going to kind of sprinkle it on top, just really kind of all over. And make a nice little crust. Make sure to get it in all the little edges. Don't want to have areas that miss out on the crust, because that would make them sad. And we don't want a sad blueberry crisp. No. All right. So look at that. Like, it looks so awesome even before I baked it. Whew. I'm getting excited already. All right, so now we're just gonna go stick this in the oven, 375 degree oven for about 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes gluten-free baking, gluten-free flour, just you have to cook it just that little teeny bit more. So just keep an eye on it. Basically, everything should really kind of melt together and the crust should be nice and golden. That's when you know it's ready. So I'm gonna go stick this in the oven. Okay, so we are back and our blueberry crisp is out of the oven and it smells amazing in here. All the cinnamon smell and everything. It looks and smells fabulous. Okay, so I've got just plain vanilla ice cream. If you didn't know, Haagen-Dazs ice cream is literally just like plain stuff. Let's see, cream, skim milk, sugar, egg yolks, vanilla extract. It's gluten-free. So really want to check on ice cream, because a lot of times they're going to have a lot of additives in them that are going to have gluten. So always check your label, as you probably know. But anyway, Haagen-Dazs, you can always just get the vanilla and strawberry. I know that those two, because I eat them, are always gluten-free. So I'm using my margarita glass because I thought it would be really cool to be able to see the kind of the levels as I spoon it up. So get in there, and it looks amazing. It's super steamy. Let's see, a little bit more. Looks awesome. Can you see that? It's like it's steaming. All right, and then we're gonna add just a little bit of our vanilla ice cream, just a teeny little bit on there. It'll melt down and be awesome. All right, so now I'm gonna have a bite. It smells awesome. Seriously, the smell of this reminds me of Cracker Barrel. I'm having flashbacks. I think it's so awesome. I'm so excited because I want to hurry up and cut this so that I can like eat the rest because it's really that good. So happy blueberry month. Get your blueberries on this month and make this crisp because it's awesome. And I will see you next time.